What's up, everybody? This is Bryson Fowler, Bosstalks on the Rooftop, and we are live. Today, I have the great honor of introducing Mr. Sanj Patel of SP1014 Cigars, and I gotta tell you, I'm stoked. I am super excited to have you on, brother. How you doing, man?
I'm doing well, brother. Blessings.
Hey, many blessings to you, bro. Many blessings to you, man.
Thank you.
Because you got a lot going on.
Yeah, I mean, life's short, right? So you got to do your best.
Very much so.
Yeah.
Very much so. So tell us about, like, why cigars? What brought you into this game?
So cigar is something we grew up in tobacco business. My family, when I was young, my family had 2 cigar shops. And as an Indian, of course, we don't work for anyone else. And for whatever reason, I got to work at two of the cigar shops we had. We had one in this town, Bloomfield, New Jersey. It was called Wooden Indian Tobacco. And we had one in Elizabeth, New Jersey, that was called International Tobacco. So as a kid, after school, that's what I worked, And I decided I had an unfortunate thing happen, car accident, and I couldn't do much. So I had purchased this building where I'm at right now on my 19th birthday as a birthday present to myself. So it was a 3 apartment and a little storefront. I lived one of the apartments, and I was getting rental income, and out of nowhere, this guy decides to leave. And at the same time, the guy, that's why, you have to believe in God. God, at the same time, this guy said, hey, I'm retiring. I don't need the space. The same time that we were 92, we were looking to bring the cigars into the market. And everything fit like a glove. Everything was like a God's plan.
Bro, I'm a little upset because how you able to buy a apartment at 19, buy the building that you're in right now at 19, and you just have the wherewithal to understand.
I think so I started working at family stores at age of 13 and a half. And we did, even though it was family, we didn't get physical pay, but we got savings. And I always knew, my dad had a lot of real estate back home, and that's one of his business is developing properties and stuff. And I always knew that real estate is the way to go, right? And when I was young, I made a lot of money from my other job, So 84, 80, middle of 83, 84, 85, 86, 87. I was a signed model for Benetton, so I made a lot of money there. So I had a lot of money to invest.
And see, that's what I want to deep dive into, like the hustle. Right?
Excuse me 1 second. There is a sound music. Is that any way we could take that off or not?
Let's see. I don't know where that's. Let's see.
It's your intro music.
Is it? Yeah, well.
There you go.
There it is. Okay.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you just fine.
Perfect.
I'm like, something's still playing, but I can hear you fine. But it's like, all right, well, let's get that going.
Yeah.
But so I'm just curious, like, how did you know to stay in real estate and then navigate into this tobacco industry?
Well, real estate came more from like family sort of business type,
Mm-hmm.
And we were always taught invest money in real estate, and that's all it was. And at a very young age, my dad one time had told me that he has never paid to live in the country wherever he lives. So I said I want to set the same goal. So when I purchased this building, 2 apartments and a storefront, was bringing enough rent to pay for my mortgage taxes, and then I had a little bit left over. So I have never paid in this country to live.
Mm. See, that's powerful right there.
Yeah. So I always had property. I still do have a lot of properties I own.
Mm. Man, that's wonderful, because a lot of people don't understand, like, the real estate is almost like time. There's
Yeah.
only an infinite amount of space. It's not unlimited, and
Right.
then our time, there's nothing that can be created or recreated. Once
Right.
you use it,
Mm-hmm.
and those, I think those concepts and constructs are two um, high valued things, right? And I think a lot of people go undervaluing and appreciating, like, one, your time, two, the fact that there's not that much land around here.
Yeah. But I tell my kids same thing. Making money is easy. Keeping
Mm,
money is difficult.
that part.
So to order for you to have money and do something requires discipline,
Mm,
right? So if you don't have discipline, then no amount of money is good enough. So
right.
it's a hard work. It's a hard work. Requires a lot of discipline.
Absolutely.
You know.
So you've had a lot of practice at it. You started SP1014 in 1992, correct?
Hmm.
What what does SP's 1014 stand for, by the way?
So that's a great question. So my niece, uh, we decided to make a cigar. So I use this band. So a lot of people, they think that we're knocking off Cohiba, but a lot of people don't know that I own the trademark in the United States.
Wow.
So my niece, she said to me, I said, we're gonna decide the name, and she goes, Uncle Sanj, it's very simple, SP1014. And I says, what? She goes, Sanj Patel, October 14th. That's my birthday. So it was sound catchy. I said, so we roll with it. We went with it.
I like that.
Yeah. So like I said, everything that we do, it has to have meaning to it. There is no cigar that I ever produced did not have meaning to it. Even if you look at our boxes, the barcode, it's some boxes have my mom's birthday, my dad's birthday, my birthday, uh uh 1014 has meaning to it, birthday, my birthday. So
Mm,
tons and tons of stuff that we do. And we recently changed the band to new logo, which is this logo. So you see we added this face, right? But if you see the face, it has a dot on the top. You notice that? So the
yeah.
SP red has a red dot, SP black has a black dot, silver has a silver dot. So that dot has a lot of meaning to it. So when I was kid, my mom would have this velvet little thing, right? And
Mhm.
it's velvet dot. And as a kid, to tease it, I would take it off, and run with it. And last time I did that, you know, to aggravate her. So last
Yeah.
time I did that, I came here because I was on vacation. When I got here, I got a phone call, said, she had passed. So I told my artist, everything now on we do has to go around this dot.
Mm.
So, we added the face. I collect a lot of art, and this face was designed just for me. And we do everything rounded now. Even the new India we're coming out with has an India colors to it.
Yeah.
So, everything has some meaning to it.
And I love that about you. I wanted to talk about the India release that you haven't released it yet.
Right.
What's so special about it? What's the meaning behind it for you? And by the way, the photo shoot, nice,
Yes.
bro. The
Yeah,
photo shoot was
that's
nice.
that's Angel. That's my boy. That's my
Mm,
brother. Uh His handle is my cigar of the day. But so India, like I said, everything that we make has to have a meaning to it. So my great grandfather was a revolutionary fighter, and actually British give him death by hanging. So I wanted to dedicate something
Wow.
for him. So if you look at the cigar second band, that's my great grandfather's picture,
Wow.
and the M Raja. So Raja means king. So
Mm.
we're known as a king. So M Raja is my great grandfather's name. His name was Magan Raja. J Raja is my grandfather's name, and S Raja is my father's name. So we named those cigars, after them. Each size is dedicated to them, and then the India design within the face, it worked out perfect because Indian flag has this circle. It's called Ashok Chakra, and we used that as the dot part of it, and then we filled it with the Indian flag colors.
Wow.
So everything's dedicated. Tobacco in that is from 2006. The wrapper is from 2006.
Wow.
Cigar was produced 2.5 years ago. We still haven't released it yet.
So you just sitting on
Yeah,
great.
yeah. Our thing is, I don't rush anything, right? Like,
Mm.
we even our gas station sushi, which is the least expensive cigar we make, it's $5.50 retail, and we let it rest for 1 year once it's rolled.
Wow.
So right now, I don't have any SP1014 red in the house for last 6 months, but we're not gonna release it. RS88, an industry killer, we don't have any at all for last 7, 8 months. But the aging period has not achieved yet, so we're not gonna release it.
So you're not gonna release it.
No,
Now
until go ahead.
you were telling me something about this band here, the one without the face. This is your original
Yes, this is from '95.
95.
Yes,
So you've been sitting on tobacco for almost 30 years.
I have those who know me in cigar industry. They know I have probably not only just from mine, but I probably have one of the largest vintage cigar collection by in the world.
Wow.
So everyone who knows me knows I have. If I take this camera downstairs, there are cigars 30 years, 40 years, 50 years old cigars.
Wow. That is an extreme amount of discipline, Sanj.
Yeah.
I'm like I always ask people, what are you gonna put in your humidor time capsule for 30 years? And everyone's like, they're gonna get smoked. I'm like,
Yeah. Well, you're talking to someone who enjoys it, right? Someone who manufactures it. Consumer, yes, they might buy 2 boxes, 3 boxes, let's say 10 boxes. But anything, so these cigars, anything that we do, right? Anything's in the basement, rare stuff.
mm,
God haven't made the guy to buy those cigars. It's all for charity. Anytime I release rare stuff, it only has to go for charity. Charity is number one thing for me. So this cigars, when we release it, I want people to taste the old tobacco, right?
right.
And we still kept it at $10 a cigar. Same original price. Now you see in that cigar, the weight is there. You can't squeeze it. It's like solid like pipe. So, anything vintage we come out on our online, we have an online presence, shouldismokethis.com. And we do for veterans and first responders. We have veterancigar.com where we don't charge penny more than what it costs us to have a veterans and first responders, right? But
Right.
and we do tons and tons of charitable projects. So like there's a cigar called Oreo's Tail that only benefits to Dogs Inc. I made it specifically for Dogs Inc. Now Dogs Inc. they do phenomenal work. They raise this they train these puppies, and they give it to our free of charge. They give it to our severe disabled veterans or severe disabled child free of charge. Not only they give the fully trained dog free of charge, but we also provide lifetime care of that dog and lifetime food for that dog. So we have tons and tons of charity. So I do make a lot of funny name cigars. So Oreo's Tail was simply called Oreo's Tail. My dog's name is Oreo, and his picture's on it, right? And we made cigar called Butt Plug to raise money. We have cigar called Dot Head, Snake Charmers. So a lot of the cigars that we make is limited production solely for charity, and money gets donated. We do it live, right on our live.
Right. And it's funny that everything that you do has so much meaning behind it, but it also you also show your side of sense of humor. Like,
Well, listen, do you know how many times people, like when we go on live and stuff? Do you know how many people like, oh, you should be on a stage? Because I'm funny guy. I don't listen. To me, I don't let nothing bother me.
Mm.
Right. And, like I said, every morning I wake up, I thank God, and I say, bring it. Whatever he gives me, I'm here. I'll deal with it. So, if something is out of your control, why be sad about it? Just fucking enjoy the life and, move on with it.
Yeah. I tell everybody, enjoy the ride.
Yeah. People, I always tell people make their life difficult.
Yeah.
80% of the people, they make their life miserable by themselves.
True.
True.
God is trying to push you one way, you want to go the other ways.
Absolutely. God's going to give you, if God gives you a problem, you're the chosen one, because he knows you could handle it.
Right.
It's simple as that.
Now, my next question to you is, why gas station sushi?
So we have a project called Industry Killer. So we're not looking to harm any cigar companies, anything. We just want to make a phenomenal cigar for less than $7, right? So the reason we chose $7 is 7 is my lucky number as well, right? Mm-hmm. So I said nothing more than $7. So RS88 we make is $7. Industry Killer we make is $6. Gas station sushi. So when we made this cigar, so for me it has to be a challenge. So a lot of people, all the blogs, podcasts I go, as a guest, and they're like, Salomon is always expensive because it's very hard to roll, takes a lot of time, this and that. So it became challenge for me. So I made a Salomon, right? So, and it's an inexpensive Salomon, but you could compare it to $30, $40, $50 Salomon. My Salomon's going to outweigh them, by far. And construction quality, Habano, Maduro, Connecticut is all same price, right? So we couldn't decide the name. So, I'm addicted to water. I got it. No matter where I go, I have to have like bottle of water next to me, right? Mm-hmm. So we had an event. It was me, Angel, and a few other people in the car. And, I said, I need water. We stopped into this little gas station that, how some gas stations have the retail part in the back. So we stopped in at the gas station, and I normally don't go inside the shop. There's always somebody with me that go gets it, right? Mm. So I said, let me go. I need to stretch my legs anyway. So I go inside. As I opened the door, there was a sticker. It says gas station sushi. I mean, sushi available here. So I was confused because, I thought sushi was like high-end food, right? Like, why would it be at gas station? So I go back in the car and we're smoking that cigar, gas station, so-called gas station sushi. Now we're smoking. And I says, guys, how does a gas station sushi sound? I said, repeat it. So I made everybody repeat it 10 times. I say, you know what? Fuck it. We got the name gas station sushi. So the concept behind it is something high end, but it's very inexpensive.
Right. See.
Right. So, I even asked the girl, there was 2 girls and guys with me, and I said, why would a gas station? I thought sushi was expensive food, and they are, but they do have ready-made sushi, inexpensive. Right. So I said, you know what? Sushi is sushi. Gas station sushi changes the pricing. I said, let's just call it a gas station sushi. So that's how that name started.
And see,
we
that's what I was like. That's hilarious. And
yeah.
I felt like it was a play on like how gas station food sometimes be the best food. Like if you go to
You know,
Bucky's,
yeah, but you know, like look, in 90s, right? We had a cigar called Section 8.
wait, what?
We had a cigar called Section 8. It was one of the number one selling cigars for us. If we got 20,000 cigars, we used to get them in crates of 100, no bands, nothing. And when we first decided to do that, I didn't want to call it like house blend, this and that. It's so generic, right?
Right.
So I said, what are we going to call it? So never forget it. A good friend of mine, Carlton Young, right? In the shop, we call him Grady from Sanford and Son. Motherfucker always dry, but you know, he'll say one thing, make you laugh, right? So
Right.
I says, we call him C or Grady. I says, Grady, I can't figure out the name, what we want. He goes, well, how much is that cigar gonna be? I said, Robusto, $3, total 350. He goes, fuck it, call us Section 8 for the poor motherfuckers. And that's exactly how that name started it. Right? So people still call for it. People still like, hey, when you gonna release the Section 8? You know, people still call for it.
Hell, will it still be $3?
Yeah, absolutely, 100%.
Because you know what? I'm like, you know what? I'll buy it. I'll be like, hey,
But
Section 8,
listen,
give me that.
at $3, it put a lot of today's premium cigars aside.
Mm-hmm.
You see that gas station Sushi Salomon Field, the construction.
Yeah, it's phenomenal. When I pulled up, held it,
yeah,
rolled it, I was like, oh, okay.
And that's like $5.50.
Yeah, I smoked it when we had our phone call yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
I was smoking the gas station sushi when we were talking, and I was like, this is a pretty good cigar.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
I was looking at the prices. I was like, it's only $5.
Yeah.
What are we doing here?
That's my goal. Even the SP Red and Black is same prices for us since 1992. We never raised it, never changed it.
And so like I see like on a lot of your posts, like you have the hashtag do good.
Yeah.
Right. And I'm always wondering what that means to you, because I see you do a lot of philanthropy, and hashtag do good. What is that? Is that a mantra? Is that a chant? That's something to live by?
It reminds me to be humble, reminds me to appreciate what I have. And it also gives me, I remind myself, right? Sometimes we get so busy, we forget a lot of things, right? Minorest thing. So that's like, basically it's a reminder for me, do good. And, that's just our life. My kids, family, my wife right now, she's 3.5 hours away in a temple volunteering, right? So for us, it's a daily life, and that's all is to it. So do good is something. My message to somebody like yourself, you just saw that, and it caught your attention. Do good.
Yeah.
So maybe someone could say, "Hey, let me do something good for somebody."
Right.
And
right.
do good projects started, all my life, but we do so that do good has a very specific meaning to it. So October is my birthday. So if you look at my either Instagram, SP1014 page is new, but if you go to Sanj's Smoke Shop page or Sanj Patel page on Facebook, you'll see. So do good we started almost 20 years ago, that on my birthday, listen, brother, I'm extremely blessed, right? So many people want to do so much stuff for me. So I said, anything that you want to do, like if it's my birthday, it's my birthday and you want to spend $50 on me, my wish is to feed a homeless person. Whatever you want to. So every year, so like if you see last October on my Instagram, I made a video. So we always reward those who do goods, right? So and past October, we always do it, but this year we did it, something very special. So I said, anybody, all you have to do is feed a homeless person entire month of October, right? Or someone who needs it. It could be your neighbor, it could be anybody. Take that receipt, tag us, right? And hashtag do good. And the receipt number will come the raffle number. So we raffled off at the end of the month. We picked one winner. We raffled off Opus Society full box. It's an $1,800 MSRP box. So
Jesus.
first winner we did. I say, you know what? Second winner will get 10 of those. So that was $900 for the cigar. And
Yeah.
third winner got five, and we have five left over. So I have homeless guys in the town, and we always give them cigars. So I say, no, I'm going to treat three homeless guy with two cigars, and give it to them. They don't know what it is, but to me, it doesn't matter, you know.
Right.
So that's my thing. So like constantly, I look opportunity to do, what can I do more? Where can I give? And that's all it is.
And that's very impactful,
Yeah,
right? It's not only you using your platform to engage others to do good and be a blessing to others, but it's one of those things like you also giving out great great ideas, great gifts for
yeah, yeah,
people, you know what I'm saying, to really be engaged for it. Like an open
yeah,
sex society cigar, like this
yeah,
is not, you're just giving it away.
yeah. Just I mean, look, here, like I said, in my shop, we do so much charity. We normally donate somewhere from 12 to 14,000 cigars to charity.
Hmm.
I don't post everything because what I do is between me and my God. I don't. I one of the things about me, I never done anything to impress human being. I'm not
Right.
a I'm not a I'm not a circus clown. I don't really give a fuck who likes me, who don't like me. I'm not here to make everybody happy. I'm here to make my God happy. That's it.
Right.
You know?
First and foremost.
Yeah, that's it.
And I love that because you mean that,
Yeah,
right?
absolutely.
Because the adage is we are to be of service, not to be served. And a
Right.
lot of people don't understand that motto
Yeah,
because
yeah.
it's it's this world has perversed it into what can I get, what can I get, what can I
Yeah,
get,
yeah. Uh-huh.
and like to see you champion that mantra with do good in your own
Uh-huh.
right, in your own way, man. I'm through the roof about the brand and about who Sanj is as a person.
Yeah.
And what's crazy is like you're very tucked off. You're not an extrovert. You're a recluse.
Yeah.
Like
Listen,
you,
like I said, I'm a humble dude, man. I'm a
yeah,
straightforward. A lot of times people don't have good opinions about me because they ask you a question and you give them the truth and they don't like it. And I said, well, that's your problem, not mine.
yeah,
You know, it's that's all is to it. Like in
yeah.
our retail place here, I don't tolerate no nonsense. You want to come? We have a members only lounge. If you're outsider, you're a guest. Welcome. But if you come in here every day, you want to start some rah-rah and some shit, I'm not your guy. I'm gonna throw you out. I don't care who you are. I don't care what kind of money you spend. So if you can respect people around you that's sitting and smoking here, then you don't belong here.
Very true.
Life.
Very true. Now,
You know?
I got a bone to pick with you, right?
Uh-huh.
We're already beefing, right? Because on this box, it has E. Diaz and Sanj Patel.
Uh-huh.
Now, I may be wrong for my assumptions, and they say if you have assumptions, you need to ask questions.
Yes.
E. Diaz, is this Eladio Diaz?
Yes. So Eladio Diaz, when he retired from Davidoff, that cigar was the first cigar we blended, uh, SP Black. And what happened, the boxes, the company that made those boxes, they told us that they needed, somewhere from 3 to 4.5 months to give me the finished product.
Hmm.
And when we decided to do this project, because he was signed through under Davidoff, we couldn't use his full name because at the time Davidoff had the full access to his name.
Wow.
And then, luck would have it, These people, we told them put putting name, keep it last. Wait, and then they printed it. So the new stuff that you see, like the Antra is blended by Eladio Diaz, the Charisma, the Black Box is also by Eladio Diaz, and you'll see the new boxes.
This
You'll
one
see
here.
full name, right? You'll see full names, Eladio Diaz.
Oh, it even says it on the back. The
Yes,
factory.
yes, yes.
That is amazing.
Yeah, and even blending Eladio, we kept it, same price. You see a lot of stuff that's in the market just because Eladio Diaz's name's on it. You see very high prices.
Very, very high
Right,
price. And
right.
and I mean, like, how do you land a guy that is the guy? And those of you that don't understand who Eladio Diaz is, he's the master blender. Like he's
Right.
like when
The
he's
god of
master
the
blender for
industry.
Davidoff,
Right.
like the master blender, and you just have access to him, just like
Well,
family.
so my dad always used to say, your money may not help you, but your relation would help you. So, there was no money played part there. It was all relation based. He
Right.
considers me son. He calls me son, and same respect. I know Eladio Diaz almost over 30 years,
Oh wow.
so it's not just something we woke up and said, let's go, Chico Rivas. I know Chico almost 30 years, you know,
Mm,
and I my name, my reputation, and my relation is, I could go, basically, you name the company and I could go to them and say, hey, I want to make a cigar, collaborate with you. But at the time, I wanted to choose people who have same passion and same love. I didn't want to choose people that they were strictly after money.
right.
So for me, if you're a money guy, I'm not your guy.
Mm,
you know and that's all is to it. So I mean, you know in 90, I want to say 97, there was in Dominican Republic, there is a magazine used to call Dominican Tobacco Review. It was a huge magazine, right? They were big in Europe and stuff. Actually, Manalo Casada is on the cover and I'm on the undercover, and they did a whole article about me.
mm,
So even, like Cigar Snap magazine, New York Times, April
yeah.
20th, 1997, New York Times rated me number one when the boom was coming out.
Yeah.
So my business, anything I do, it's on a relation based business, right? I don't
Right.
I don't walk in I don't walk into, a mom and pop shop. If it's new, if they open, I'm going to become their family. I'm going to become their friends. And same
Right.
thing, we run our business here. Like, I don't have any employees. I travel this, my business fully operating. They clean, they
Yeah.
run, they do everything. So, here it's very different. My way of doing business, if I have to sign a contract, my dad taught us that very long time ago. He says, son, if you ever have to sign a contract to do business with somebody, walk away from that.
Mm,
I never sign contracts with anybody. If you say, hey, put it on a black and white, without.
yeah.
All
Yeah.
my business is word of mouth and handshake.
Yeah. Because in all honesty, like your word is supposed to mean something.
Yeah. Yeah. And that's how my reputation is in my industry.
And it's hard to maintain that level of integrity through business because it's not mirrored, right? How do you overcome like difficulties between businesses when people don't hold themselves accountable to that same regard?
Well, there's nothing fake about me. When you pretend, right, you
Mhm.
forget. If this is who you are, then you could wake me up 2 in the morning, ask me same question. My answer is going to be same.
Mm,
So, I'm just me. Listen, I I'm a very private guy. Like I was just a PCA. We did our things. I showed my face. I met who I wanted to see, say hello, and left. Like I'm not one of those guys, that I don't need a, big entourage behind me or anything. What you see here or in any of my lives or any of my interviews. I've been on the blogs and podcasts and all kind of stuff. Over 5,000 interviews I have done, and the one
Right.
thing you're gonna find is the same energy.
Mm.
If you fuck up, I'm gonna tell you, go fuck yourself. It's over. I mean, it's simple. Like I don't complicate anything.
Right.
You
Right.
know, so that's that. And when you have same energy people, right?
Mm.
You're going to maintain long term relation is very easy. You
Right.
lose relation, you lose friends. Out of the two, one is thinking something different and your energy is going to let you know, right?
Right.
And
Mm.
they always said, you don't have to worry about the stranger, you have to worry about the closest one,
Mm-hmm.
because they see how you rolling. They see you got this, why can't I have it? Well, they don't know, they never walked the day in your shoe, right?
Right.
And
Mm-hmm.
they want what you got, and it doesn't work that way.
It,
So to
it
me, I
never
keep it
works that
real.
way.
I keep it real with everybody. You don't
Yeah.
like it, too fucking bad. Like I said, circus clown people, everybody's supposed to like.
Mm. So, and that's why I really wanted to talk to you, because like from afar, I'm like, he's this cool dude, but like, he, he seems to have something about him that where, I don't know him, but I'm the new cat on the scene, right? That's what I've been told. I'm the new cat on the scene. And I'm like, okay, well, I'm not new. I've just been sitting in the cut, but
Right.
you are new to me. And so for me to sit down and have an ear with you, I'm completely honored, bro. Cause like
No,
we
no.
sat down and I'm like, oh yeah, I don't know who you are. You
Listen,
are that
listen, listen,
guy. You are that guy.
listen, listen. When you meet your mother, when you see your mom, your dad, your grandfather, family, your priest, your church guy, you feel honored then. When you meet an average human being, you don't need to be honored. No human is worth honored. Honor your mother, sister, brother, family, your dog, cat, and that's the blessing, right?
Mm,
Because people pretend to be a lot of things that they are not. And yeah, it's good to know good people, of course. And look, I believe I'm a very religious man, right?
mhm.
So, like, I believe when people come into your life, there is a reason, right? Some gonna teach you, some gonna, either they're gonna love you or they're gonna teach you a lesson. Either way, it's not a loss to me. I always tell people, you could love me or hate me. If you hate me, I'm gonna be in your fucking head. If you love me,
Right,
I'm gonna be in your heart. But I'm with you. So regardless of it, here I am. I'm sleeping, and you worry about me because you don't like something about me. To me, it
right,
doesn't matter. Don't waste your time.
right.
Honor people. Your mom should be honored. You should honor your father.
Mm.
And that's all is to it. Brothers, sisters. And
Well, in your case, it would be appreciation, right?
right there you go. Proper
It would
word.
be appreciation, because I'm very appreciative of your stance in the cigar industry, and then who you are as a person in the cigar industry, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm with you on that when you look at it in that regard.
Yeah.
So what's it like to cultivate? Like how do you come up with your idea just to come up with a new blend, right? Because we
God
have
bless.
India.
God bless me with the fucked up brain, bro. So, like, to me, my problem is I don't do a lot of things, but whatever I do, I give my 100%.
Yeah.
And that's all is to it. People always ask me, say, hey, you've been here all these years, why don't you have more than one shop, right? And I
Hmm.
tell simple answer. I say, if God wanted me to have more shops, he would have gave me four legs, four hands, four eyes, 4 years to be, two could be there, two could be here, right?
Right.
But no, I'm here. People come to see me. People come at Sanj's smoke shop to see Sanj.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be here. If you ever come into my shop, I don't want you to be, welcomed by an employee. I want you to be welcomed by Sanj fucking Patel. That's me. And I'm always
Man.
here. And to
Man.
me, I know my industry. My industry is personal base. So, if you come, we have so many guests come from all over the world, right? And I'm always here.
Man.
I'm always here. So
Yeah.
that's my thing. Do one thing, give your 100%,
Right.
and
Right.
that's that.
So the acronym that I've had about focused, like follow one course until successful.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And it seems like that's how you
Yeah.
like put into your business.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right?
Everything I do in life, everything I do in life, it's very simple for me,
Mhm.
right? I'm even like, there was a jeans. It was made by Gap, and it was
Yeah.
called Japanese denim. I fell in love with that jeans. I'm a type of guy. You see me, if you ever travel, you see me. I have 15 Burberry white shirt. I have 15 Burberry black shirt. Same exact thing. Because I like it. It's comfortable. Right?
Yeah.
So to me, if I see something is comfortable, I'm gonna buy multiple amount. Like this same shirt. I have 6 of them.
Yeah.
Because I like it. So
Yeah.
I'm one of those guys. For me, everything's about comfort. It's never about money. I smoke gas station sushis all day long, but I start my morning 4 a.m. I start my morning for the last 19 and a half year. It's the Davidoff Millennium Toro. Every morning, that's my one cigar, because
Wow.
I'm addicted. That's like my routine. You break that, I got a problem.
Right.
You know?
And a lot of people have an issue with like routines and being a
Yeah,
creature of habit is not a bad thing if
no.
your habits are good things
Yeah,
that you're doing.
yeah, yeah. I know what I want. I know how I want it. I know what I like. I drink 15 to 17 espressos a day. It's one brand. Once I found that brand, I'll travel, go whatever they want. One brand.
Yeah,
And that's all I like.
man. So
I'm a simple guy.
you have to keep things simple, right?
Yeah. Yeah, that's
A
it.
lot of people think success is a complicated algorithm, and it's
No,
really
it's
simple.
not. It's not.
So
It's not.
with you being a shop, like how did you start out carrying Arturo Fuente? Because you're a huge Arturo Fuente.
Well, we actually have 1,400 different brands. I mean, we deal with Fuente. When I opened, even my family cigar shop, we used to carry Fuente and stuff, right?
Mhm.
So, 1992, when we opened the store, we used to carry all kind of cigars. Then 1997, we decided to go strictly with boutique cigars. So, you know, uh, Carlito, it's family. We have a relation, right? Jose Blanco, 35 plus year relation, right?
Yeah.
Bantam, 35 plus year. Don Douglas. So we started carrying, we said, let's just do boutique, because the regular stuff, it was like competing with yourself, right?
Mhm.
So I said, forget it. So like a lot of, like Robert Cordwell, every cigar they make, they launch it here. Nick Malello has launched all his cigars here, right? So a
Right.
lot of people do, big launch and stuff here. And again, for me, order for you to come into my shop as a brand, it's a relation base,
Mm.
right? Like we don't carry Macanudo, Partagas, Punches, Hoyos, Romeos, Rocky Patel, Gurkha, none of that cigar, because we're known as a boutique brand,
Right.
right? And that's all there's to it. And then, like again, if you're a nice person, you could be, somebody starting out new. Long as you're humble and my energy matches with you, I'm going to support you 100%.
Right. Right.
You know?
And that's fair.
Yeah.
So I want to get into cigar business, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I've talked to several cigar lounge owners because you have a shop. You're like you have a cigar brand, but you have a shop as well. What's it been like for you getting into the e-commerce space?
It's hard work. If I have to do it again, I wouldn't do it. If you asked me that same question 25 years ago, I loved it. Today, the entire game has changed.
Mm,
Today, there's no loyalty. There's nothing. Today is business. In name of business, there's you see a lot of these cigars. They just putting bans on just anything,
uh,
and they just rolling with it, right? And
right.
the pride is gone. The profit has come in. So
Mm.
the new environment, I don't like it. I don't like it. I like
So
the old days. It's like, look, I don't know how old are you, but I'm sure when you were a young kid and today's young kid, you look at today's young kids and you feel sorry for them, right? Like these kids
yeah,
have nothing. They have zero skill. We went
yeah,
out, we learned how to ride a bike on our own. You had a fight with somebody, guy punch you, you punch him. Next day you were friends, right?
right,
Today they don't have social skill. Today's kids, my kid including, they don't have social skill. They can't communicate with your neighbor or anybody.
right.
So today entire game, just everything else around us changed. Everything else has changed in this industry. So if I have to redo it all over again, I say absolutely not.
And that part there with the children not having social skills, um, you see it because like I'm raising young kids and I'm like, have I failed you as a father?
Yeah. Well,
it's like,
yeah.
dude, like when I ask you something, why does it take you so long to
Yeah.
respond?
Yeah. Yeah.
Uh,
I saw that somebody showed me one of the greatest reel, and it kind of messed me up, right? So there's a father and a son standing side by side, and then there's someone behind them, front of them. You can't see them asking question. That if you had a bicycle before you were 10, take one step forward. So the girl takes one step forward. If you had a more than three pairs of shoes, take one step forward, right? So the girl steps forward, the father's still standing there. And at the end, the last question, father never moved, and the girl's like 20 steps further
right,
with every little thing. And then at the end, they asked, the final question was, if you had to work at very young age, under 15, to support your family, take one step forward. The girl stands right where she is. Father takes steps forward, right? So
right,
that's change. That level of understanding, today's kids don't understand that.
right.
What we had to do, I mean, they got iPhones and they got this and they got that and all kind of technology. We didn't have
Right.
any of it, you know?
I mean, I'm like me, dude. I had to pay the electric bill when I was 11.
Yeah, absolutely.
So
Yeah,
I had responsibility before I feel like I should, and then I'm
yeah,
thinking about my children. I'm like, guys, you don't even have to worry about none of this.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
So going forward, what can we expect from SP1014?
So we have India coming. We have Trajwa coming. The new project we're doing is called Super Industry Killer. So we're working on it. We're gonna finalize everything tomorrow, and that's under Industry Killer project. But there is a reason why we call it Super Industry Killer, because it's an answer to very high end cigar for $8, $9, and $10.
Man, that's phenomenal.
Yeah.
So my next question is going to be a cigar thing. For my cigar nerds out there, we'll nerd out a little bit. What is your top 5 cigars that you would put in a humidor that goes in your vault right now? Top 5 cigars that goes in your vault right now, because you already said you're a collector of rare
None,
cigars.
none,
None,
nothing. I enjoy
really.
every cigar as my last cigar. The best cigar should be the one you're smoking.
Mm,
I only store stuff, put away stuff because it's my personal collection for not for me so much to smoke. It's mainly all giveaways, like charity.
okay.
So for me, like I don't collect cigars to say, hey. Another thing in cigars, if you smoke a cigar, if you purchase a box of cigar today, right,
Hmm.
and You go home and you light one up and say, man, I didn't like it the way, it tasted. I'm going to keep it 3 months, 6 months, 8 months, 9 months. I'm going to age it. You're wasting your time because once something comes to your hand, there is no maturity. It's dead.
Mm.
So, I always educate people. Contamination takes place because also it's 85% psychological. Because just because you took a box of 23 cigars or 24 cigars and you kept it for 6 months, psychological in your head, it's better. But from the other stuff that's around it, it starts absorbing, contamination takes place, and you think it's better, but it's in reality, no.
Mm. So
Best
when
cigar is
you
the one
smoke,
you're smoking.
well, I'll take
Because,
that. I happen to be smoking a SP1014.
right. So listen, this is going to be my best cigar. You know why? I could go walk outside. Somebody could run me over, dead. This was my last cigar, best cigar. Tomorrow is not guaranteed. I don't do anything for tomorrow. I do everything for today.
That's real.
I live in a moment. Yesterday's
So
gone. Tomorrow's not guaranteed. I'm here.
big facts. So
Hmm.
what cigar would you give to leave a lasting impression?
What? What? I'm sorry. Repeat that.
What cigar would you give to leave a lasting impression?
Give it to who? To a consumer?
Yes, or yeah, give it to a consumer.
I. That all depends. How much you smoke. If you're a connoisseur or not. If somebody never had a cigar and wanted to try something, I'm gonna give them something very mild, right? But
Mhm.
my theory is very simple. Every cigar you smoke, good, bad, or the ugly, right? It should be, you know, best thing. It's like your mom cooking, right? You
Right.
know, if you have, I'm not blessed enough. I don't have my mom or grandmother, but like when my mom and grandmother both were alive, I love my grandmother's cooking.
Right.
But when my grandmother was gone, my mom cooking was second to none, right?
Mhm.
Because you have no choices. But long as you have choices, nothing should be a permanent. Enjoy both. Enjoy everything. So, I don't feel that by me telling you this is the best thing, you know, that is the
Right.
best thing. You have to like it. If you I tell people all the time, I educate people. There is good $2 cigar, there is garbage $20 cigar. I smoke that gas station sushi and people like Sanj, you have all these cigars, right? Why are you smoking $5 cigar? And my thing is very simple. If this cigar was $55, I still smoke it.
Still
I
smoke.
don't smoke it because it's expensive or inexpensive. I smoke it because that's what I like.
Mm. And I'm big on that because um, I'm getting into more like house blends. What lounges call their house blends, right? It's usually their most inexpensive stick, but it produces the best margins for the lounges.
Well, so like I wouldn't smoke anything like that because what happens if I like it, you can't give me consistency. Majority of these cigars are a lot of times if it came out of a well-known house cigar maker, it's third, fourth, fifth grade quality. What is rejected. Now, in
Mhm.
order for you to make a cigar like this cigar we recreated, it took Eladio and I almost 3 years. SP Red we recreated. It took Chico and I. We had the blends already. Still took us 3.5 years. So how
Wow.
do you come out with something today? You open up a shop and you have a house brand. You're buying ready-made stuff. So stuff like that would never give you consistency. I'm a consistency guy,
Hmm.
right? So that's
Right.
why I said, I buy 10 pair of pens because I like what I like.
Right.
So I'm a consistency guy.
That's phenomenal. I like the breakdown and the take on that
Yeah.
because
So to me, even
it
like our gas station sushi, it took us almost 2 years to put that blend together. It's nothing like I wake up tomorrow and say, okay, we're going to come out with this cigar. The
mm,
the super industry killer we're making, it's been in a 3 years in our works. The India, almost 4 years now. You see, we talked about it in my live 4 years ago.
wow.
So, it's nothing that, I don't know how, a lot of these new guys, they'll go on vacation, and they're like, oh, okay. I want to get into this business. They'll come home with 500 cigars. They put their band on it. They call themselves brand owners.
Mm.
You know, so you have to be also careful. I don't mind supporting anyone, but I don't want to be part of the scam. Something like that. To me, I call it a scam. You rebranding. Do you know how many legacy companies have asked me to give them our naked cigar so they could put a band because they said, hey, this cigar should be 13 $14, and I'm like, I could do the same thing, but my
Right,
goal is to make the least expensive cigar I can.
right, right. And see, and that's the difference in like how and what your business strategy is, right? And what your purpose and mission is for your business, right? You believe in you're kind of a purist,
Mm-hmm.
I
Yeah,
would say. Like you believe in taking your time.
yeah,
You
yeah,
have
yeah,
the relationships to really maneuver how you want to maneuver,
yeah.
and
It took
then
my
you
it took my mother 9 months to create me, right? So
right.
so it takes something 18 months for me to create it. I'm okay with it because I'd never be able to compete with my mom, right?
Right, right, right.
you
But
know?
it's just one of those. Take your time. What's the rush?
Yeah, exactly. Because that also shows you that we don't do anything for money. I do it for love. If you research anything about me, that's one thing is gonna come out. Everything I have done, not just cigars, anything. I
Mm,
do it. I have to love it. Like I don't drink alcohol because I was never attracted to alcohol. It has
right.
nothing to do with religion, nothing to do with any of that.
Mm,
Anything attracts me, anything says, hey, I want to try it. Like tomorrow, if I feel like having a drink, I'm gonna try it.
right.
But until then, I don't gamble, none of that.
So PCA just happened, right?
Hmm.
And I kind of already know the answer to this question. But what was the purpose for you going to PCA? You only went one day and you went for a few hours.
So in 35 years of my business, this was my second time that I went to PCA. Last year, I went there to PCA to just see if he wanted to bring Booth as a brand owner, but I found no purpose to it, right? So, and then this year, I actually had 3 meetings with 3 brand owners, right? And I
Hmm.
says, you know what? Why not just go to PCA one day? My great place, Commander's Palace, my favorite place in the world. You know, I said we'll have a brunch there, dinner there, everything there, and meet everybody at one place and finish everything. And that's exactly what I, went there. I got there Saturday. Saturday, Friday night, Saturday morning, like 2 a.m. Went
Mm,
to bed, went to Commander's Palace, had a brunch. About 1:30, we went on the floor. I saw Carlito, Jose Blanco. I saw Christian Iora, John Huber, people at Davidoff, and Robert Cordwell. And that was it. And then, we left. I have no
yeah,
business being there, you know? And we
right.
did what we had to do, and we had a great time. And then next day morning, I came back.
And see, that's the fun part about me because like I understand. For me, my strategy is to like everybody's going to be at one place,
Yeah.
and I'm like I just started doing live interviews. I like to sit down and really connect and really like understand who the person is, right? I,
Hmm.
I get I get feelings and vibes off of the energy that I see person to person. So
Hmm.
is this live space, this live interview space is new for me.
Yeah.
Uh, but I go to PCA just for really just being able to connect with everyone
Yeah. I mean,
that I see that I've smoked their stuff, and really get an appreciation and understanding. So for you, it's like, I have no business there. I'm like, I get that from a business standpoint, right? From the business mind standpoint, that's why I kind of see like everybody's like, yeah, this kind of like a reunion thing for guys that's been in the industry for over
right.
35 years, like
Hmm.
yourself. And
Well, it was
and that's
all,
why I like
it
to.
was all, for me, it was all business meeting because we have meetings set up. Once in Dominican Republic, once in Nicaragua, once in Honduras, and I'm like, you know what? Why am I going to go? My schedule is very tight.
Right.
So I said, let's just go. And I surprised them all. And, they all treated me, you know, and they're like, they were shocked. Last year I went there. People actually called us and like, you were there? You were there? People wouldn't believe it. I was there. Those who know me
Mhm.
for years, same thing. I went to see a few guys and that was it. You know,
That's it. That's all.
I don't have like we last year was a purpose. They're like, hey, you should put a booth, and I'm like, but we're not looking to expand more than 50 shops in the US. So why do
Right.
I have booth? We're already done with it. So they're like, but you should go there, so Jose Blanco and I were talking. He said, at least come up and feel, see what you think. And it was like, no for me. Very beginning. As
Yeah.
soon as I walked in, it was like, no, it's waste of time and waste of everything. So I did not want to go there. And then this year I just went there and we decided like 2 days prior to like, let's go.
Right.
So
Right.
it wasn't even like planned. If I would have planned to stay, I would have stayed, until Monday, come back like Sunday night, Monday morning, to at
Mhm.
least go to Commander's Palace one more time.
Right. I'm only coming here for the food, which is why I go to New Orleans is for the food.
Yeah.
Like,
Well, Commander's Palace is my all-time favorite. And it's they treat us like family. So I don't need reservations, any how many guests, they always accommodate us, you know.
right. So you only have 50 shops that you're in the US market,
Right.
and your presence across the pond into the Middle East is vast. Is that
Uh-huh.
strategically on purpose? Like you only want to be in 50 markets in the US, and then
Yeah, that's all it was because we only produce like SP Red, we only produce for US market 250,000 cigars per year. So
oh,
once it's sold, like right now, we don't have any SP Red. We don't have any SP Red Robusto for almost like 8 months.
wow,
So, it's over. And so
wow,
every year we produce 250,000. So SP Red, we have three sizes. So we produce 750,000. Black, we produce million because we have four sizes. Charisma, million. Silver, 750,000. Gas station sushi, RS88, industry killer is solely our in-house stuff, like any in between, butt plug, Oreo's tail, all that. It's for in shop and our online business only because that is all charity projects.
wow, wow.
Mhm.
Because you have the first responders link and
It's
the
actually a dedicated website. It's a veterancigar.com. So entire what you see at our regular site, should I smoke this.com, that's the same mimic site for veterans.
wow,
And we don't make a single cent on veterans. Whatever our cost is, we pass it to them.
wow,
Veterans and first responders. Yeah.
wow. That's huge.
Yeah.
That's huge.
I have we used to Desert Storm 93. I have a lot of people. I have pictures with our SP, our soldiers smoking the original SPs, front of Saddam's palace with the
Mm.
SP1014 cigars with the boxes and stuff. And I used to send them alcohol, toilet paper, and tobacco cigars was the number one demand. So we used to buy like pallets of Listerine, cut the seal with the X-Acto knife, pour it out, and put Bacardi and send it to them. And it always used to go through,
Man,
you know? So,
that's deep. So
yeah.
what is it about veterans that you have, like veterans and first responders, that you have such a huge appreciation for?
Excuse me. Anybody that fights for me without knowing me, my freedom to tell someone to go fuck themselves is because of them, right? You
Mm.
know, the environment that you see today in America, I just, it's mind-boggling to me. Here you come from different countries. The country gives you the opportunity to be somebody that all you can be, and the countries, your own countries, did not give you an opportunity to do 1/10 of what you are allowed to do here, right? And you don't appreciate that. Listen, in your family, if you have mother, father, brother, sisters, your first loyalty should be to your mother and father,
Right.
right? So this is my home. Never forget it. It was March. It was March 3rd, 1983. Uh, 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 Planes from Newark, New Jersey. At the time, you couldn't go to India. My dad was here, and we had to go to JFK. And right by the tunnel, my dad and I were sitting in a car, and my dad is looking around all the high rises. He puts his right hand on my left hand, and he looks at me. I was young. He says, "Son, if you starve in this country, don't blame anyone else. Blame yourself." I never forgot that.
Wow.
So for us, if you fight for me, if you can't do something for your mother and father, why the hell, like, I just don't get that kind of concept. To me, our veterans, no, it's always been number one priority. We do stuff for veterans since very beginning, right?
Yeah.
And disabled children, any charity for children and stuff. I'm always animal. I'm a big animal lover. So anything, charity, I never deny. I don't care what it's for. I have gone taken for name of charity, but then my answer to them, like, "You're not mad?" I'm like, "No, that's between them and the God. What I did is between me and my God." So, like, I
Right.
don't. If you say, "Hey, I need $1,000, we're doing this charity," I'm gonna send it to you.
Mm.
If you decide to go buy, fucking Hermes sandals, that's on you, not on me.
Right. Right.
So to me, I always like appreciation. Because of them, we are who we are, and it's crazy that how people forget the key element, right?
Hmm.
And you have to respect that. And
Very
I
true,
always had thing for disabled children and veterans.
man. And see, that's what I love about you, right? Just coming from afar, I can appreciate the type of energy, the type of values that you have,
Huh?
right? So that was
Well,
one of the main reasons that I really wanted to sit and talk with you because,
yeah, home is where you hang your hat, right? So
hmm,
how do you destroy your own fucking home? I just don't get it, man.
right,
You know? It's like if you in your home and you throw a tantrum and you break some shit, your mom's gonna take that belt out and whip your ass, right?
right,
Why can't we do that to these fucking clowns that destroying our homes, our country? You like it that much? Go to fuck whatever you want. Go do that
right,
same shit in the country you come from. You can't do it.
right.
I just don't get it, man. They all want America, but they all want to hate America. Then go the
At the
fuck
same
back.
time, yeah, go back,
Go where you happy,
yeah.
right?
Because in all honesty, it's like no one forced you over here.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Absolutely.
Like you chose to come here, okay. You got to deal with the same issues of living here like we do. But
Listen,
if it's that bad, go back
there is
over.
no issue. Listen, this is I've been all over the world,
Mm,
and I'm gonna tell you something. There is no place like fucking America.
mm,
I don't give a fuck where you come from. I don't care what kind of money you come from. I don't care if you are poor or piss. The most important thing that this country gives you is a human value. Go to fucking, somewhere in India and get into a car accident. And if you're poor, you're going to bleed to death because nobody's
mm.
coming for you. Here, you got a homeless guy laying on the street. You call, they here within 3 minutes.
Wow.
Like you have to understand that. And again, listen, when we were young, I used to tell my dad, I come from, very well to do family. And my
Hmm.
dad said India had wisdom, America had, science. So how come America, this is a melting pot, right?
Right.
But how come you don't see issues with like Chinese, Japanese, Koreans, Indians? How come you don't see any issue with any of that?
Mm.
Right? That's the thing.
Right.
And you know, they just want to destroy it. You know, if you and I are friends for a long time, and you get divorced, and you need a place to stay, I said, bro, I got a home, I got downstairs, I got a full apartment. Get there,
Mm.
but I have some rules to my home. And we're like, what? You can't smoke inside my house. No loud music after 8 o'clock because my kids wake up. I wake up at 4 in the morning. If you could respect that, come into my home. If I give you home for free of charge, everything, you there 2 weeks and you want to be on your own rara, I'm gonna throw you out. What's wrong?
Nothing.
So why can't we throw these motherfuckers out?
That's fair.
This is my home.
Right.
You know, this is not my country. This is my home.
Right.
This is our country.
Right.
So make it right. That's all that's all there is to it. But the problem is, here, I cannot interrupt your freedom of name of my freedom.
Mm.
Respect has to be both sides, right?
Right.
And that's all there is to it. And that's the thing. But veterans, disabled children, I'm always going to be there for them.
Mm-hmm. And that's powerful. You're
Yeah.
very impactful with what you're doing. So
Yeah.
This is my last question. I got to let you go. I've taken up a lot of your time, and I appreciate you.
That's okay, brother.
I really do. So with SP1014, what do you want people to remember SP1014?
Just a great cigar for a phenomenal price. That's it.
Mm.
Enjoy it. That's it. The crazy thing, like people ask me all the time, because I do so much giving, and people always ask me, what do you want? And my answer is very simple. If I do something for you, I expect nothing in return from you. All I want, God's been very, God has blessed me with a lot of stuff. All I want in return is the day I die, I want fucking every street to be blocked by cars, like people and then somebody like you rides by for the first time. I want you to say, who the fuck died that is this many cars? That's all I want out of life, brother.
Who died? Like, why is he so?
Yeah, like who the fuck this guy? Who died? Why so many cars? Why so many attendants? That's all I want out of life.
Yeah.
That's my goal. Leave a little chaos even after I'm gone.
Yeah. I was telling my fellow, hey, don't have a funeral, have a party.
Yeah, absolutely.
Take the insurance money. And, hey, y'all be cool like y'all being cool. Have a party and everything.
Absolutely. I always tell people, if no matter how I die, don't tell anybody how I die. Tell them how I live. That's my goal.
Right.
We all got to go one day, right?
Yeah, we all do.
That's it.
So, brother, I appreciate your time. Last thing, how can we find you? How can we connect with you? How do we get involved with your philanthropy endeavors?
So we do a lot of stuff, charitable stuff, cigars that we produce and we make. So it's always at shouldismoke.this.com. If you're a veteran, please check out veterancigar.com. Thank you for your service. Anytime anybody needs any if they're doing any charity events or anything, you could contact me directly, inbox me at the SP1014 Cigars. And, rest is that. And, bless your neighbors, bless your friends, feed a homeless person, feed somebody who needs it, and lesson in life, hope all of them are successful in what they do. Extend your table, don't raise the fence. That's my final word.
I love that. Guys, this is Russ Fowler. This has been Bosstalks on the Rooftop with Sanj Patel of SP1014. Remember to like, subscribe, share the channel. Go check out SP1014, place your orders, and support his upcoming endeavors. And remember, storms don't last, but your home should. Peace. Yep. Two fingers.
Good night. God bless.